Breakfast Club, bitches!
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, TJ Envy.
Charlagmane Tha God.
Peace to the planet. It's Monday.
Yes, Monday.
You know what I wish, man? You know how like after a long weekend you come back into your workplace, your workspace, your office, whatever it may be, and you see people done touch stuff.
Yeah,
I wish people would just stop touching stuff in our studio. How hard is it to not?
We need a lock.
How hard is it to not take what's not yours?
I mean, they stole a bottle of Ciroc.
They stole all my Remy V again.
When are y'all gonna learn to stop leaving your stuff out?
Because I would think this is our studio. People know.
How many times do people got to steal stuff before y'all stop leaving it out?
It's adults here. This ain't the projects. You know what I'm saying? We're not on the block.
Thinking?
I can't leave a pack lying around.
They stole jackets, hats, shirts,
Come on,
everything.
man.
Hey, when somebody stole my camcorder, that should have been enough for y'all to be
You're
like,
right,
okay,
man.
we can't leave
You're
nothing
right.
out.
You're right.
You're right.
Well, how was everybody's weekend?
Weekend was good. Actually, Envy and I were in Houston, H-Town.
Shout out to everybody in Houston. That was an amazing concert. Had a great time. Very hot, though. Very, very hot.
It was like 100 degrees.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it was outdoors.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful event.
Yeah.
And then I was with Envy yesterday doing a day party.
In Jersey. Elizabeth. What about you, Charlamagne?
I was at the crib watching, I was binge watching Orange is the New Black this weekend.
Okay.
And you wear orange today, just to top it off.
Yeah, I got on some Orange PRPS.
I've never seen you wear orange.
True Blood premiered this weekend.
Little color.
And I bought me a new book. A great book, actually, I've been reading all weekend.
What?
It's called American Gods by Neil Gaiman. Really good read.
Okay.
Did you watch the Beyonce thing before True Blood?
Comes on next Sunday.
Oh, next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday.
Okay. All right, what we got front page news popping off? What we talking about, Yee?
Yes, Americans still don't have enough savings. You know, they always tell you how much you should have in your savings account. Well, due to the recession and whatever, people do not have enough in their account just in case anything happens.
Oh, you going to depress us on a Monday?
No, I'm just trying to help y'all get better, do better.
All right, well, that's what it is. We'll get into all that. And don't forget, it is Monday, so we have the decision that happens in the next hour. That's where we either help somebody's relationship or we ruin it. People come up here and try to solve their problems. We help them. It's that simple. Keep it locked. Front page news is next. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Let's start off with sports. Now, the USA tied Portugal 2-2 in the World Cup. Now, what does that mean for them for soccer? Because they were upset about this.
What does that mean for
they don't
who?
advance? They don't advance yet.
They need a win or a draw against Germany.
They need a win or a draw against Germany to advance. And they got this last point with less than like 5 minutes left, right? Like 5 seconds left. Damn it, USA!
Envy don't know what's going on.
I've seen the highlights, but I don't watch football. I have no idea what was going on. And let's talk about Americans don't have enough savings.
Yeah, so this is a problem with a lot of Americans right now. We don't have emergency savings. More than a quarter of Americans have no emergency savings at all. And of those people who do have savings, 67% have less than 6 months worth of expenses. That's what they're saying you should have saved up in case of anything, in case you're out of work or whatever. The same problem is that there's no wage growth, there's high household expenses, and a lot of young adults have student loan debts. African Americans, 40% of us are we're twice as likely to say that we have no emergency savings. White people, 21%, and only 10% of those with a college degree don't have any savings. So.
Yeah, well, you know what they also say? They also say a lot of people who do a lot of investments might not have 6 months in supply. They say it's also great to have assets, so if you need to move money around, that's also a great thing as well.
How about people just living check to check and just don't have any money to save?
Well, a lot of people are just living check to check, unfortunately.
That's the reality of the situation. People got bills.
Now, what about toddlers sneaking into the country?
Yeah, the Border Patrol has picked up hundreds of toddlers under the age of 1 who are crossing from Mexico with people other than their parents. Just over the past year, they've detained 378 kids under the age of 2. A lot of these kids are traveling with older siblings, with some paid smugglers, and these kids are held in detention centers and shelters until they can find their parents or guardians. So
they just hold the kids until they find parents. They don't let them
and hopefully they do find their parents at some point. But many of these children,
I'm sure their parents are trying to smuggle in another way. So if their parents make it and they don't, what happens?
If their parents make it, I guess somehow, some way, they're going to have to try to locate the parents. If not, they're just held in the shelters.
How about just sneak in pregnant and have the baby over here? The baby's already a toddler, so just
if your child is
sneak in
born
earlier.
Here, then I don't think it's that easy to sneak in.
It's not that easy, I'm sure. It's not. All right, well, that's front page news. Now, tell them why you're mad. If you're upset, you need to vent. 800-585-1051. Maybe somebody pissed you off. You're having a bad morning or had a bad weekend.
Maybe you had a run flat tire and you went over a pothole and got a flat tire on a Sunday and there was no place to go and get a new tire.
That happened to you?
Yeah.
Wow. You know, that happened to me Saturday night.
Oh, you got a flat tire too?
Did I? Right before the George Washington Bridge.
Okay.
But I was not going to get stuck in the Bronx. I drove all the way across that bridge with a flat tire until I got to Jersey.
You have run flat tires? Awesome.
That's what they say, but it wasn't run flat.
Okay.
All right, well, we get all to tell us why you're mad when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hey, yo, good morning. Yo, this is the mad rapper, son, for real. I'm mad. I stay mad. I stay angry. I stay heated. I stay pissed off. Tell them why you mad. Breakfast Club, let's go.
Hello, who's this?
Well, what's going on? It's Kelly or Joe. I'm mad y'all ain't exposed Rick Ross coward ass.
Now, listen, I'm not going to call Rick Ross a coward.
He's a smart man.
Man, what you mean? You claiming that boss status and you going, you know, and you going to let another boss, you know what I'm saying, control that situation.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, I'm from a city where we don't got no bosses. Ain't no bosses. Everybody own boss in New
Where
Orleans.
you
Ain't
from?
nobody controlling New Orleans. Ain't nobody
New
controlling
Orleans.
New Orleans.
Let me tell you something. If I'm a boss and I land in a city with another boss and that boss got 100 people and I'm outnumbered, I'm not going in.
You going to leave 150 grand on the table?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to get that.
The word of my life?
I got
Yes.
to get that.
All right, well, you know what? Get it, and then you can pass it to your kids at your funeral.
Now, if you don't know the story we're talking about, it, we'll get into the rumors. Rick Ross got into a situation over the weekend. We'll explain it in a little bit. Hello, who's this?
Sonny Holloway.
Sonny, tell him why you mad, bro.
Full name.
I'm mad every time I come to work about 5 minutes late. They always complaining.
Well, why
Like,
you keep
that's
coming to
what
work
they did.
5 minutes late?
Because, you know, I be having to do things real quick or whatever, you know, to handle my handle. You know, the ladies always call about phone, so I tell my boss I'm running a couple minutes late. You know, he always complaining, but his big ass always got a big plate of food and don't want to share.
Well, first of all, sir, if you're late, 5 minutes late every day, doesn't that mean you should leave 5 minutes earlier?
Hey, public transportation, sweetheart.
My goodness, you don't deserve your job.
And why should they share their food with you? At least he's there on time to order it.
I think you should fire anybody that works for you that says handle, they handle.
Hello, who's this?
This Kareem. I'm from Brooklyn, but I'm in Macon right now.
All right, tell him why you mad, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm mad. I got work all day, man. I'm tired of this.
Well, quit then.
No, it's getting good money, man.
Well, shut the hell up and stop
So,
complaining.
yeah, at least you get good money. Some people work every day and don't get good money.
That's right. Yeah, you're right about that one, man.
Bye.
Hello, who's this?
Hello. Hi, this is Adrian from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. What's up? Good morning.
Best die.
You mad? Tell him why you mad, mama.
I'm mad because my man keep eating my candy.
Your man keep eating your candy.
Oh, I thought you said your panties.
I thought girls like that.
Wait. My Hershey, my Kit Kat, my candy.
Oh, you talking about real candy? I thought you talking about your pum pum.
He eat that too, but anyway, we ain't gonna go there. Anyway.
Damn it,
Jesus
man.
Christ, what's wrong with people this
I
morning?
don't know.
Tell them why you're mad. If you're upset, you need to vent. Call us right now. 800-585-1051. Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hey, yo, this is DMX. And you know what makes me mad? When ask for the truth, but can't handle the truth. All right? Now tell them why you mad on the Breakfast Club. Bitches.
Bradley, tell them why you mad, bro.
Man, because, man, when you order these bottles, man, already for these females, so they come over the spot, and then they come over and they act fancy and they act way out of their league. Like, you bring them a bottle of 1800, they ask for Patron. Is they serious? I'll bring the rosé out, but for these Kalamazoo buckets, I only got 1800 for them, y'all. I mean, I'm just mad at
Listen, don't lie. My brother. Don't front. You buying what you can afford. Knock it off.
Damn it, man. Hello,
If you
who's
can
this?
afford the Patron, you buy the Patron.
This is Chandra. I live in Boston.
Chandra, tell them why you mad.
Well, I met this boy this weekend.
Is he a boy or is he a man?
He's 20, so he's a boy.
Okay.
I'm 21, but, you know. Anyway, so he told me that he didn't have a girlfriend, and, like, we were out in public. He was, like, all kissing on me and stuff. I didn't like it. You know, I'm just telling him back up. Like, I'm not your girl yet and stuff. So anyway, I'm walking with his sister, like, the next day, and his sister tells me, there goes his girlfriend. And I'm like, his girlfriend? So I hug him. And I put him on the block list as, like, right as I'm hugging him with one arm and the other arm putting him on the block list. And now he keeps blowing my phone up blocked, like, because he knows he's on the block list.
Wow.
And he's
So what,
talking
you
about-
met him over the weekend?
Earlier this week, maybe like Wednesday or Thursday.
Thought pocket. These sound like thought problems, bro.
So you
I'm not
already,
gonna lie to
you just met him, y'all was making out, and you already blocked him all in 1 week?
No, I wasn't making out with him. He was just, like, on me, like, hugging me and stuff
So
like
you
that.
wasn't hugging him back?
And Charlagmane Shut up. I'm not no thought.
Thought pocket.
Have a good morning, mama. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up? Now, this is Chris from Detroit.
Chris, tell him why you mad.
Man, I'm pissed off. Over the weekend, my son went downtown Detroit. She paid tickets to go see Rick Ross, and somebody said Rick Ross was stopped at the gate and wasn't allowed to come in the show. And I just want to know when.
That's not Rick Ross's fault. What's he supposed to do?
No, I'm not mad at Rick Ross. I'm just pissed off at the ignorance that's going on, within our own culture. You know what I mean? To my understanding, he was stopped because of some type of no-fly zone.
The no-fly zone.
Well, the station 98JLB in Detroit that we're on, our concert was amazing, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody that was at our concert, the big show with the Joe, had clearance.
Sorry, bro. Hello, who's this?
This Rod calling from Indianapolis.
Tell him why you mad, bro.
Took this guy out on the date yesterday, took him back to my crib, told me to stay at night, and he pissed in my bed.
Wait, somebody pissed in your bed?
Yes. First time meeting him and everything, and pissed in my bed.
He was marking his territory, that's all.
Are you going to go out with him again?
Hell no. He got mad because I took him home and called me and told me he didn't want me to leave and he loved me.
Oh, man.
He does love you. He marked his territory and everything.
Hell nah. Ain't no love in that. Nah. He acted like it was normal.
Oh.
Well,
maybe for him it is.
Somebody's bed.
Well, Charlagmane peed on himself about a month ago.
Yeah, but that was my bed I peed in. I'm a grown man. I can pee in my own bed. I can't pee. I'm not going to pee in somebody else.
Not in no other grown man bed.
No.
You don't do that to nobody.
There you go.
So who cleaned it up? You cleaned it up?
Yeah, of course I cleaned it up.
Well, did you get some at least?
Yes, of course I smashed.
Well, maybe you were so good. That's what happened.
Nah, I felt like the little girl after R. Kelly peed on her.
Are you sure it wasn't a wet dream?
It wasn't no wet dream, not the way that was coming out.
All right, goodbye, sir. Have a great morning.
You watched him pee.
Tell him why you're mad, huh?
I don't like to hear guys say that they smashed other guys. It sounds painful. Could you say intercourse?
Well, you say you smashed women.
I know. But
it's the same thing.
No, it sounds way more painful when a guy says, I smashed another guy.
Stop it. Tell him why you're mad. 800-585-1051.
Depends on how big you are.
If you're upset, you need to vet, call us, all right? Yeah, we got rumors coming up, man. It's crazy.
Well, we talked about Rick Ross earlier. What happened in Detroit? I'll give you the whole timeline of events that led to Rick Ross not performing.
Okay, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get into the rumors. Now, Detroit was a little crazy this weekend.
Listen up.
It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
So the Breakfast Club was just in Detroit a couple of weeks ago.
That's right. And we did call Trick.
Yes, we got our proper clearance.
Absolutely.
That's just the truth to the matter.
Absolutely.
All right, well, Rick Ross was all set to perform over the weekend, but unfortunately things didn't work out. Here is the announcement of Rick Ross not being able to hit the stage.
We have Rick Ross right outside here tonight at about 11 o'clock. When he was pulling up to come into Sherry Park, he was met by 100 individuals outside. We have tried to pull every resource together and ask him to come back. He is in fear of his life. He's in fear of his life. He's not performing here tonight.
Smart man.
Rick Ross is absolutely right for not getting off the bus or whatever. And the truth to the matter, if he'd have got off the bus and something would have happened to him, then everybody would have been like, he's dumb for getting off that bus. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Well,
that was the smartest thing he could
Rick Ross tweeted out, "Love Detroit. I was ready to kill him tonight. Heard it was a peace protest with picket signs and lock gates. Ha." That's what he wrote. And, Trick has the whole no-fly zone, and he lets you know in a song with Royce the 5'9", your papers are waiting to be approved. So he says, I am a phone call away in that song.
Well, salute to my guy, Trick. That's been our guy for a long time, and when I go to Detroit, I go Trick. I think that's the way it is.
You're absolutely right. I think Ross did a smart decision. It ain't been, get off that bus for what?
A couple of years ago,
There's 100 of them out there.
A couple of years ago, Rick Ross was in Detroit as well, and they stole all this jewelry, clothes, and other stuff off of his tour bus. Nobody was on it, but that was another unfortunate incident.
It ain't nothing wrong with giving Trick a courtesy call, okay?
Nothing.
Give the OG a courtesy call. Let them know you're in the city.
Man, Tracy Morgan has been released from the hospital, so that's great news. And he has entered a rehabilitation center in New Jersey after that car accident. He was in a limo bus, and a man that was driving a Walmart truck actually slammed into the limo bus. So right now he seems to be on the road to major improvements.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, so that's great for Tracy Morgan. All right, Tamar Braxton had a meltdown in Vegas. She was performing, and she wrote on Instagram, I really felt like last night was lights out for me. I felt so bad. I was shaking. I honestly couldn't remember a lyric, which is nothing new, a dance step every night. But I never lost myself, where my body took over my mind and left me helpless. I wanted to stay, but I couldn't. I wanted to drink water and catch my breath, but I couldn't. I, Tamar, for the first time, who has always been able to figure it out and work through anything, simply couldn't do anything but gasp for air and ask for help. I was powerless and heartbroken. So
she had a stroke?
I think that she probably was exhausted and just couldn't perform and never felt like that before. You know, that's what happens sometimes. She says she was on stage feeling defeated, frustrated, scared, voiceless, and still, she said, you all accepted and still love the real Tamar. So she wanted to thank everybody for that. So that's an awful feeling. That's when you're exhausted, you've been working too hard. You know, and
time for a vacation.
Yeah, it's time to just maybe just sit. She just had a baby not too long ago. Yep. You know, so that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right, thank you, Ms. Yee. When we come back, we have the decision. That's where we either help or ruin somebody's relationship. And we have some front page news. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on in. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club.
It's Monday. Everybody just stretch, crack your neck. It's a long week.
Now let's get into some front page news. Now, sources say Carmelo Anthony will opt out of his contract today.
Round of applause for Carmelo. Run, Melo, run. Get out of here, dog.
Nah, he's going to stay.
Get out of here.
Go to Chicago and Houston.
Nah, he's going to stay. Now, also, if you watch football or soccer, USA tied Portugal 2-2. Now, Portugal scored in the last 2 seconds. Now, USA needs a win or draw against Germany to advance.
I ain't even going to sit here and act like I care about the World Cup. You know, it's so funny, man. You be in restaurants and bars now, and people be watching it, and they be mad quiet. As soon as somebody scores a goal, they go, ah! Because that's the only thing we know.
There's nothing wrong with that. People are just starting to get into it. Nothing wrong with expanding.
That's the only thing you know.
That's usually what people do. When people score, they
when
cheer.
You watch football or basketball and you know it's a good play, you cheer. Or if it's a bad call, you're like, oh, nobody knows nothing else. Except for when they score a goal.
That's not true. It's the same thing in baseball. People really only cheer if somebody hits a home run.
Nah, there'll be good double plays or good catch and outfield.
See, there you go,
or dope double, good single, triple. Yeah,
just admit we don't know nothing about the World Cup. It's okay. Okay.
People are still learning. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I'm an arrogant American. I would never call soccer football.
Football.
Well, I would never say that.
What they call, what we call football is football americano.
What we call football is football.
American football.
But then it makes sense when they be like, hey, y'all don't play with your feet. I'm like, you know what? You got a point. But it's still
I think
football.
they're right and we're wrong.
All right, now let's talk about Americans don't have enough savings.
Yes, that's a problem. We don't have emergency savings. More than a quarter of Americans have no emergency savings at all. And of those people who do, 67% have less than 6 months worth of expenses. They always tell you should have about 6 months worth just in case anything happens, you lose your job, any type of emergency. And they're saying it's even worse for African Americans. At 40%, we have no emergency savings. White people, 21% have none. And 10% of people with a college degree have no savings.
Well, pay all my bills for 6 months and then I'll be able to save up 6 months worth. Okay? Do that for me. All right? I got to live check to check. And you expect me to save?
Listen, I lived check to check for a very long time because I had student loans to pay off. So it is what it is. You know?
Now let's talk about these toddlers. They're sneaking toddlers into the country.
Well, yeah, they're saying that hundreds of that's kids under the age of 2 have been detained at the border. They have detained 378 kids under the age of 2 in the past year. Now, a lot of these kids are being held in detention centers and shelters because they're trying to locate the parents or the guardians. A lot of times these kids are sent with older siblings or with paid smugglers that are trying to get them into the United States.
Poor
That's
little
so
kids.
sad. It's so sad.
They don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, and these shelters and stuff, they're not even equipped for children. It's more for detaining, adults.
That's terrible.
All right. And that's some front page news. Now, when we come back, we have the decision. That's when people come up here if they have a problem. We try to fix their problem.
No, we don't. We
fix
try
their
to
situations.
No, we don't. The more ratchet, the better.
All right. Well, it happens when we come back. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. It's decision time. Now, Yee, who do we have here today?
We got Gabby here. What's up,
Hey,
Gabby?
Hi, everyone.
Now, you told me you have a 1-year-old, so congratulations on that.
Congrats.
Thank you. He's beautiful.
What's his name?
Emmanuel.
Oh, okay.
But the backstory behind it is a little bit different. Why don't you tell us what's going on and why you're here?
I'm a bit embarrassed, but I'm here because me and my sister, we grew up having a very close relationship.
Y'all had sex?
No.
Shut up.
We did not have sex. I always admired her. She's very beautiful, style, all of that. She was just basically my role model. But I did slip up once.
You killed her?
We are all human. No, I did not kill her.
Watch it SVU. I'm sorry.
But one drunken night, I did slip up and I slept with her boyfriend.
Whoa.
That's a little unforgivable.
I mean, I don't see it like that. It's been a year. I gave her space.
How long was she with her man?
for like 3 years.
Oh, so she was in love.
I mean, you could say that. 3 years,
Wow.
really love.
Okay, so now
They
let's talk about
live together, so I don't.
now let's talk about why she's mad at you.
Hello.
No, there's more to it.
He happens to be the father of my son.
Wow. Whoa. Explain that to me. Yeah, I'm confused.
She had a baby with her sister's boyfriend.
Why you just say it like that? You knocked off your sister's boyfriend and you had a baby and kept the baby?
It's not like that, Envy.
It's not like.
It was only one time. It wasn't
How
like
do we know it was only
continue.
one time and it wasn't an ongoing relationship?
I swear, I swear I would never. It was just a slip up. We were both drunk. If he's attractive.
What was he doing with you while he was drunk?
Well, you know, we made a baby.
But I mean, why was he with you and not with
my sister? Passed out. She passed out.
So you had sex right in front of your sister while she was passed out?
No, I would never do it right in
That's
front
nasty.
of my sister.
You're nasty.
She was in the bedroom.
I ain't gonna call you what you are, but she a nasty one.
So your sister was in the bedroom. That's even worse. You had sex with her boyfriend while she was in the house?
I gotta say, they call that a whore.
I made a mistake. I feel like, all right, I didn't come here to be judged. I came here because I need advice, and I feel like you guys could do that for me and help us amend this.
Well, I'm just trying to see if you realize how messed up that really is, though.
I do, but I gave it a year.
Activity.
Because
that's whore activity.
It seems like you have all these excuses. Oh, I slipped up. It was only one.
And then you have the baby. So every time she sees that baby, she thinks about what you did.
You got to take some responsibility.
You're trifling.
You got to take some responsibility, Gabby.
I understand this. I just want my sister back in my life. Like, I love her. We had a great relationship. So you wouldn't forgive that?
No,
it was one time.
Would you forgive that? If your sister slept with your boyfriend, who you were living with and in love with, and had a baby with them while you were in another room.
Trifling.
But blood is thicker than water. We are blood. And at the end of the day, I gave it a year, and that's it.
Blood should have been thicker than water when you took that penis. It wasn't thicker than water then.
All right, well, let's bring your sister in, because I'm very anxious to hear what she has to say and how she'll respond to this.
All right, when we come back.
That's true. This is your sister, but you wouldn't do that to your sister, right?
When we
Blood
come back,
is thicker than water.
we're going to bring your sister in. What's her sister's name?
Andrea.
All right, we're going to bring her in when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, we're back. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of the decision, and we have Andrea here, right, Yee?
Yes, Andrea. How you doing?
It's not Andrea. It's Andrea. She's
okay,
Andrea.
There you
go. Good morning.
Good morning.
¿Cómo está usted?
Bien, bien.
Hola.
Now, why did they tell you you're here?
Well, I'm here to win a vacation to Fiji.
Yes.
All right, sounds great.
Let's go.
Woo-hoo. The real deal is, Andrea, would you bring your sister with you to Fiji?
I don't have a sister.
When you hear these terms, what do you think of? Now, these are just terms I got off Instagram.
Okay.
Hoe,
you don't have a sister.
Slut, whore. What do you think of?
Trifling.
Yeah.
Sister.
So you don't have a sister?
Technically, I don't.
Okay, so physically you do, technically you don't.
Yes.
All right, well, your sister actually told us that she misses having you in her life.
Come on.
And she would like to talk to you. Do you mind if we bring her in?
So I'm not going to Fiji?
We got Fiji water, but here's your sister right here.
Come on, Envy.
That's your sister.
Envy. What are you doing here? You always everywhere. Oh my God! Get away from me. Get her away from me because I'm gonna punch her. I am going to.
No,
don't touch
Andrea.
me.
One second.
Oh,
I'll sit between y'all. It's fine.
You know what? Just she's trying to work things out.
Do you know what she did?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, she
All
told
right, well, let's
us.
hear it. Andrea, what did she do to you?
Had a whole baby with my ex-boyfriend.
Andrea.
A whole ass baby.
You can't wait. Hold on. Now, don't call the baby. It's not the baby's fault.
No, I didn't say hoe.
Andrea,
I
feel like enough time has passed.
No, bitch. Don't talk to me.
But I feel like
address somebody else. Don't address me. Don't touch me.
But I feel like
no.
So Andrea, we get it. You know, she had a baby with your boyfriend. She admitted that to us, right? She said she slept with him one time.
Yes, it was a mistake. You were like my best friend, the only
Shut
friend
up.
actually. I look up to you.
No. If you looked up to me, you wouldn't have slept with my boyfriend.
You have to understand.
No, I don't understand anything.
Gabby, you
my
shouldn't
sister
have made a
would not done
mistake.
that.
I'm
No,
human.
mistake my ass.
It was only one time. It was only one time. That's what I don't understand. I could understand if we had an affair.
Now, Andrea, I just want to tell you, is Envy and I sympathize with you up here because obviously she slept with him one time, has a baby, and now you got to look at that baby as a constant reminder of what happened.
He looks just like him.
Damn.
I can't even go to a family function. I can't even dance bachata with my dad without seeing her and being upset.
This wasn't supposed to be like this.
So what, are you never going to speak to your sister ever again?
I can't even look at her.
Well, just look
I
at her.
can't even look at her child.
Well, we all know she's a hoe, she's a slut, she's a dirty bitch, but just look at her ass.
I don't have to be all of that. I don't have to be all of that. It was only one time.
Shut up with your crocodile tears. Nobody want to hear that.
Well, Andrea, first of all, you mad at your ex-boyfriend because of what he did.
I missed you, Andrea.
Shut up.
Are you mad at your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you don't talk to him at all
I don't
anymore.
talk to him at all. He got kicked out.
I'll tell you this, really, she did you a favor because you would have never known your ex-boyfriend was so foul like that, too.
He wasn't foul.
You don't think that was foul?
At the end of the day, he's the trifling one, Andrea, because he was living with you.
She's always been fast when she was younger. She was always in little boys' houses, always cutting class. It's disgusting. You're disgusting.
And Gabby, you are aware that is how your sister feels, and you understand it, right? I mean, you understand why she feels like this.
I mean, I get it, but I really
No buts. I mean, you need to really own and accept responsibility for what it is you did instead of trying to make excuses and justify it and saying, oh, well, it's been a whole year. I get it, but forget all the buts. I mean, just let her know right now that you're sorry. Just let her know that it was a big mistake and, you know, but stop trying to make excuses for yourself.
Andrea, I'm so sorry. I am truly sorry.
Andrea, you know, not for nothing, that is your sister. She made a mistake. God would say forgive.
And I really need you in Emmanuel's life. I don't believe
feel like
you.
I don't believe this.
She's still your sister. She made a mistake. I would never bring another man around her again. But, you know,
I'm sorry.
But, you know, she has your nephew, so maybe you should think about just at least having a conversation with her. See if you couldn't work it out.
And he needs you in his life as a role model, Andrea.
Oh, my God.
You got to think about that.
Well, maybe baby steps here, you know, Gabby. Maybe first you should try to mend some things with you before you're able to bring her nephew into it. Maybe that's something y'all need to work on. I mean, Andrea, is there any way that you guys could at least sit down and have a conversation? Not saying that your relationship will ever be the same like how it used to be, but at least that y'all can go to family functions together and that you can at least understand that it's not this child Emmanuel's fault if you have an issue with your sister.
So what's your decision, Andrea? What you want to do?
I will only try because of Emmanuel, but other than that, it's really hard for me to get over this.
All right, well, Gabby, that's a good first step. So I think for
This
you,
is great, guys.
On your behalf, you just chill out, let her take her time because it's going to take some time for her to get over everything.
Yes.
You can't say it's already been a year because that's really not a long time. However long it takes her to eventually, hopefully, get over it is how long it will take.
Good job, guys.
But I think that's a good start.
Yes. And I'm really willing to do whatever it takes.
All right, don't go there.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club is the decision.
That's a step.
It's a step. That's J. Cole.
What?
PLC,
Excuse me?
Smile. Morning, everybody. It's the Breakfast Club. Now, if you want to hang out with the Breakfast Club in Miami, how can they do that?
Well, all you got to do is make sure you enter for your chance to win. You can go to the breakfastclubgiveaway.com, and that's for Columbus Day weekend. You get all the Miami Carnival festivities, including the Carnival concert with international Caribbean talent and the best soca acts and live bands. All of this is courtesy of Miami Broward One Carnival and the Breakfast Club. That's us.
All right, and we got rumors coming up?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Robin Thicke. He has teased a new video on his Instagram. Paula Music is what we're calling it. The album is called Paula, but it's definitely Paula Music. I like it. I think it's very sweet. Also, another shooting, one of our upcoming hip-hop artists who, by the way, his first album did quite well. He was involved in a shooting on tour just recently.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club.
And this show reminds you of something. We just don't know what it is.
What's wrong with you this morning, man?
I mean, I got love for the Kid Ink record, but it just sounds stupid. You can't tell a girl that. You remind me of something. I just don't know what it is. Figure it out.
Maybe he's confused.
He's trying to figure it out the whole song.
Well, let's get into the rumors. Robin Thicke, well, he's trying to figure it out.
Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
This is so cute, but Robin Thicke is trying his hardest to win back his estranged wife, Paula Patton. He has put out a teaser to his new Get Her Back video, and he released that teaser on Instagram. Now, in the teaser, they show a woman that looks just like Paula Patton, and she's sending him text messages, one that says, "I keep trying to warn you, you were pushing me too far." And then they show him all bloodied on the screen, and he looks desperate as he's telling her he wants to make it right. If you don't remember the song, here's a snippet that he put on his Instagram.
The song is dope.
Keep it light, keep it light. All I want to do is make it right, make it right.
Get it back.
That is so sweet.
Robin Thicke, stop, please. First of all,
I think it's cute. Remember, Envy went through something similar.
Listen.
He kept playing Tyrese. What was the song by Tyrese you kept playing?
Stay. But if I could sing, I would sing just like Robin Thicke.
Listen, if you want to name your album after your wife, you're trying to get back. If the album flops, she's going to hate
It's
you.
not going to flop. That's not the point. He's doing the right thing. Keep going, bro.
And I hope your album, Robin, sounds as good as Sam Smith's In the Lonely Hour, okay?
I do. Listen, I like that Get Her Back song. You don't think that sounded nice just now?
You better just play Sam Smith, Stay With Me, and see what happens with Paul.
That sounded dope, too. Whatever you need to do, Robin, you keep going.
Sam Smith album's so dope. I want to get back with him, and we never broke up.
What?
We never been together, but...
Listen, I just can relate to all of this after watching what Envy went through. I'm like, get her back, Robin Thicke. I hope it works out, man.
Word.
All right, Schoolboy Q. Now, you know, he just recently put out his first major label debut album, Oxymoron. He was arrested and held for questioning after a shooting in Denver, Colorado, in the parking lot outside of the Feed the Rocks concert he was performing. Nas and Flying Lotus were performing as well.
Schoolboy Q busting shots at people?
He wasn't the one shooting. He was stopped for questioning. They actually have pictures of him being detained. 3 people were injured after gunshots were heard in the parking lot, and individuals were rushed to the hospital after they were found in their white SUV right near there. The victims are in stable condition, but Schoolboy Q, like I said, was handcuffed and he was detained. And he went on Twitter and he wrote, "I'm straight, don't trip."
So hold on, who was doing the shooting?
I don't know.
Somebody else.
From his vehicle?
No, it was hitting his vehicle.
So why they put me in here? Because the question
Exactly. We don't know why. I guess they detained him.
Yeah, they had to see what was going on, question him and everything. They don't know where the shots are coming from.
Right, but that's a scary thing. So we did see Kendrick while we were away over the weekend in Houston. And shout out to Dave Free. He never is on the road. I guess he's on the road now traveling from TDE just because of the whole Schoolboy Q incident.
I've seen Kendrick every weekend this month.
Yeah, we've seen Kendrick and Trey Songz every weekend this month. Every weekend. All right, Aaliyah's family has released a statement on the biopic now. The reason they have an issue with the biopic, according to the family, and this statement was actually released by Jomo Hankerson, who is her cousin and the head of the label Black Round Records, said Aaliyah was more than a singer. She was and is still an American music icon whose legacy continues to live on and influence today's music culture, just as Ray Charles, Notorious B.I.G., Selena, and Johnny Cash. So they're saying that she deserves to have a tribute much more grand than a television network debut that won't even consider the perspectives of those who were closest to Aaliyah. So they're saying do not disregard the families and dishonor the legacy of celebrated figures. Let's go ahead and not just put it on Lifetime. Let's, make it a bigger deal.
Listen, let's not knock made-for-TV movies, okay? The TLC movie was amazing. Incredible, okay? They shouldn't just knock the made-for-TV movies that fast. Lifetime, yes, I can understand, but don't knock the made-for-TV movie thing. Maybe another network.
All right, well, that is your Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee.
Apparently, Envy and Charlamagne left their mics on. I just want to say, I don't know what y'all were talking about. I wasn't in the room. I don't know what y'all was talking about.
What do you mean, everybody?
Hopefully it was nothing crazy.
In the whole building?
No. Envy and Charlamagne, y'all left your mics on.
I didn't say nothing crazy.
What was Envy saying?
Listen, I don't talk the way I talk on the mic is how I talk off the mic. So, whatever.
You might say some more controversial things.
No,
we don't.
Absolutely not.
I'm glad I wasn't in the room.
Yes, Donkey. I need to know what happened first before I move on.
You might have to give yourself Donkey of the Day. Somebody let us know what were Envy and Charlamagne talking about. Listen, I wasn't in here.
4 after the hour, you just be here for Donkey of the Day. I got to figure out if my job's in jeopardy. Did I say something crazy?
I don't know. We'll find out. Breakfast Club morning.
I was born a donkey.
It's the Donkey of the Day.
Bunch of jackasses. For the donkey of the day.
That's pretty funny. Charlamagne the devil?
Possible. The Breakfast Club.
Lord have mercy. What a way to start a damn Monday. Jesus Christ. Donkey of the Day for Monday, June 23rd goes to Keisha Young, 39 years old of Fort Worth, Texas, who was charged with intoxication assault. I never even heard of this charge, but Keisha had to be under the influence because for whatever reason, she thought it was a good idea to ask the kids, all between the ages of 8 and 14, to ride on the trunk and hood of her Malibu for a 1-minute ride home after a play date at a pool. Now, the reason she didn't want the kids to ride in the car was because she didn't want to get the seats in the Malibu wet.
Right.
Now, witnesses who saw the situation said the children were flung from the car at a tight corner, and Keisha Young just kept on driving, not even aware that the kids had flew off the vehicle. Now, Keisha wasn't alone. She wasn't alone. The 31-year-old mother of one, well, it was a 31-year-old mother of one riding shotgun with Keisha. I keep telling y'all, everybody shouldn't be allowed to procreate, okay? It's a science to this breeding thing, all right? Everybody ain't built for children, and these two subhumans, Keisha Young and her friend riding shotgun, proved that. Now, spokeswoman CeCe Meadows is going to get some of this hee-haw, too, because she said that the investigation is trying to determine exactly what caused the children to come off the car. Hold up, Cece.
What?
Hold up, Cece. Does
Bigger
it matter?
problems.
Does it matter what caused them to come off the car? Okay? Let's focus on the fact they shouldn't have been up there to begin with. We don't need no damn investigation now. Keisha's daughter, 12, had to be airlifted to the hospital with severe head injuries, and her condition is touch and go. The other kids have been released. Now, that's only one thing. I know black women don't like to get wet, and that's their hair. Okay? Now, if the kids had to ride in her new updo, I might understand. But if the cloth interior in your new Malibu, I don't even know if it was a new Malibu. Let's just say, if the cloth interior in your Malibu means more to you than the well-being of your kids, not only do they need to take your kids away, they need to remove your uterus and ovaries. Give Keisha Young the biggest hee-haw.
You should definitely take them kids. Definitely.
That's awful.
You don't ride your kids on a hood and trunk because they wet.
And how did two people make that decision together?
Not on a Malibu.
What kind of car can you do it on, Envy?
Hey, here you go.
No cars.
But why would you say not on a Malibu? Like it would be okay if it was a Ferrari.
How about turn the mics off, but then say this behind the scenes, but keep the mic on? So, okay, how about that?
You put no kids on no hood, nothing. You shouldn't jump.
Thank you. That's all you have to say.
All right.
And if you're going to put them on the hood, at least tie them down.
No.
You can't tie them down. You're supposed to say that when the mics are off, Charlamagne. My goodness gracious. All right. Well, thank you for Donkey today. Now, question. Just open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. What's the worst mistake you made at work?
Yeah, because we just made a mistake. For whatever reason, we was talking behind the scenes, and the mics were on.
Have you ever CC'd everyone on an email you didn't mean to?
We was just having a nice conversation about music. We was actually listening to the Troy Ave My Style remix.
Yeah.
You know? So
that's the question. 800-585-1051. What's the worst mistake you made at work? Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
For the Breakfast Club's Miami Carnival Flyaway Sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Void in Alaska, Hawaii, and where prohibited. Open to contiguous U.S. residents 18 and older. To enter and for official rules, visit thebreakfastclubgiveaway.com by 4:59 p.m. Eastern Time, July 10th, 2014.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. Back to the work week.
Mike's on, everybody.
Now, right before Donkey of the Day, Kid Inkle's song was playing, and for some reasons, the mics came on. They heard what we were saying behind the scenes. They heard the music we were playing. Thank God they were clean versions I was playing on my laptop.
Yeah, we was reviewing some records.
Yeah.
The Troy Ave My Style remix.
My Style
So
remix.
y'all heard us behind the scenes saying how dope we think the record is. Personally, I didn't think T.I.'s verse fit on the record. I think they should have just kept it with Mason Diddy. Kept it New Yorkish, you know?
And you said that, and it was, thank God it could have been a lot worse.
No, it couldn't have been.
Have.
Listen, the same way I talk.
No. You are a little more reckless.
The same way I talk on the mic is how I talk off the mic.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
It is.
That's why you got a little nervous.
You definitely got a little nervous.
I mean, because I know it might have been some curse words. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, then you don't talk the same.
Because I can't say the S word on the...
We definitely don't.
Like now.
So, we open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. What's the worst mistake you made at work? Angela Yee. What's the worst mistake you made?
Well, you know, I have to defer to one of our other coworkers who's not here today. Well, two of our coworkers who aren't here today. Both of them have gotten into situations where... one in particular, he made up a whole story. About how he got arrested and couldn't make it to work, and it was a whole lie.
Yeah.
And then he ended up breaking down and admitting to our boss that he lied about going to jail.
Charlamagne made him do that.
Charlamagne made him.
Charlamagne didn't do that.
No one believed the story anyway. It didn't sound believable. And that was a pretty bad mistake, and then he ended up being suspended for a period of time.
As he should have been.
But happy birthday to him.
You know what? Let's go to the phone lines. Crystal, 800-585-1051. What's the worst mistake you made at work?
One of the worst things I did was I IM'd my boss by accident. I thought I was IMing my friend, and I was talking about him in the IM.
What'd you say?
I can't remember. It was something real bad, though, and I tried to run into his office and, click it off. But he was already standing there reading it.
Damn it, man.
You know they do have email retrievals at some
No,
places.
it was an instant message.
Oh, you should have ran in his office and just started showing him what that mouth do to him.
He He's gay.
Oh,
that wouldn't work. Have a good morning.
You should just put a beard on.
Hello, who's this? You stupid.
Hi, this is Mackenzie.
Mackenzie, what's the worst mistake you made at work?
I used to be an advisor at a university, and I messed up one of my students' registration. I signed them up for wrong classes. Like, they signed up for 6 classes. And it was his graduation year, so I felt real bad.
Why didn't you correct it?
Too late.
After ad dropped, there's nothing that you can do about it.
You ain't getting to heaven.
Damn.
You ain't never getting to heaven.
Damn it, man. Sorry, mama. 800-585-1051. What's the worst mistake you made at work? Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club.
There go that smelly little song again.
Oh, stop it.
Sinead Aiko too pretty not to be washing every day, man.
I think she was exaggerating.
She needed to come up here and elaborate further on her saying that she doesn't shower but every other day.
Or do you just want to smell her?
That too. She better not come in here smelly.
All right, we're taking your phone calls, 800-585-1051. We asked, what's the worst mistake you made at work? Now, earlier, if you're just joining us, Charlagmane and I left the mics on.
No, Charlagmane has no control over the mics.
Me neither. I didn't touch
All right. So don't go there putting the blame on us.
I didn't touch him.
That is the producer's job. I don't know why the mics were on.
The mics were on.
Charlagmane and Envy ain't had nothing to do with that.
And we don't know why. But
all right.
They heard us say some things behind the scenes that weren't meant for air.
No, they could have been on air. Listen, the way we talk off the air is how we talk on the air. We was just critiquing a record.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, we just asked the question. What's the worst mistake you made at work? We have Jasmine on the line. Jasmine, good morning. What's the worst mistake you made?
All right, well, it was Thanksgiving, and my boss sent out a mass text, so happy Thanksgiving, thanks for all you guys do, but none of us really like her. So me, of course, getting a whole bunch of text messages, I accidentally respond to the wrong group text message going off about her, how she's probably home and sad and lonely, and she read it, and I had to work with her on Black Friday. So it was extremely awkward.
Sheesh. Did you apologize?
I kind of lied, and I told her that it wasn't about her, that it was about my other boss at my other job, because I have 3 jobs, but we got over it eventually.
And at what point did she fire you?
No, I'm still there. I've been there for 7 years, so she can't really fire me because I have more time in there than her. But I also want to say, Charlagmane, I met you over at Riverside Square Mall, and you were the most polite celebrity that I've ever met.
Well, I'm not a celebrity, but thank you.
Are you sure it was him?
I swear to God it was him. I know it.
He's a lookalike.
Shut up. All right, boo.
Hello, who's this?
This is Nika.
Nika, what's the worst mistake you made at work?
The worst mistake I ever made was I was at this job that wasn't paying me enough money, and I used the job's fax machine to fax my resume to another job.
Oops.
Problem is that the fax never went through, and it came back, and I got in trouble.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, you can't really do that at work.
Nah, that doesn't make sense. That's not too smart.
No, it doesn't.
Hello, who's this?
DJ from New York.
What's the worst mistake you ever made?
Worst mistake I ever made working at this job with these white people. I work at Barney's in NY.
What happened?
My boss was daughter, and I don't know, my boss, we ain't on good pages right now.
You know why? Because you be letting all your friends come in there with them fake credit cards.
Man, that ain't me, Charlagmane.
Yeah, be you. You in Barney's.
I don't do that. I tell my friends not to go there.
You in Barney's letting all them Negroes use them fake credit cards and them gift cards to buy stuff.
So we can't use your discount?
Nah, y'all can use it. I let that happen like 2 times.
See? See? And you wonder why we get profiled when we go into Barney.
Goodness gracious.
Get on good pages with your boss as opposed to the bad pages. I think he meant to say same page.
Same page, yeah.
But get on good pages with your boss as opposed to bad pages.
We understood. Now, we got rumors coming up?
Yes, we're going to talk about what happened over the weekend with Rick Ross and the D in Detroit.
Rick Ross isn't on good pages with Detroit.
Definitely not.
And we'll also talk about what happened with Schoolboy Q in Denver, Colorado.
Okay. All that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club.
So hard to find a liquor store open this time of day.
It's a little early.
They usually don't open till 9 o'clock, sir.
Yeah, just give it a minute.
Yeah.
Jeez. You need a drink right now that bad?
No, I'm just trying to find a liquor store. That's all.
Okay. Now, over the weekend, we were out in Houston.
Yes, H-Town.
Shout out to our family in Houston. We had an amazing time. Houston was popping. It was very hot. Like
listen, I love partying in Houston. It's one of my favorite cities. It's Houston. I love Miami. Where else? I like Vegas. It's just a party town. The thing about Houston is when they go out, they really dance. Like, they go to the clubs.
Yeah, they be boogieing.
And they boogie. And I just want to say one thing. Envy was drinking.
I was not.
Yes, and he doesn't normally drink apparently anymore. And he was so drunk. You know, it took me, I had to call him about, no lie, 30 times to wake him up in the morning for us to go to work.
That's because we were up that whole time.
FYI, every time Envy drinks or every time Envy smokes weed, he says the same thing. I don't really smoke weed like that.
Yeah.
I don't really be drinking like that.
What I do is, when a lot of people give me drinks, I just throw it on the floor and I act like I drink.
But he really drank this time. And it was funny because he had 2 drinks and we were leaving, shout out to Debbie. Debbie was her birthday dinner. We were leaving there and he goes to me, Ange, I think I'm drunk. I was like, wow, off those 2 little tiny drinks you just had? He was like, I just haven't really been drinking like that, but come on, let's go to the club. And he just sat there in the club in his spot, and then he was drinking straight out the bottle. And I was like, it's time for us to go, man. I don't want him to throw up.
You make up a
you
good
shouldn't
story
be announcing
there.
the fact that you throw away drinks that people give you. Now you can't even fake drink no more.
I was watching him, too.
Oh, yeah, I was drunk then, yeah. I drank all the drinks people gave me.
So I called him 30 times the next morning, and then I had to bang on his door to get him to wake up to go to work.
You were up for like 40 hours straight.
Yeah.
So, gosh, all right. Well, thank you, Yee.
No problem.
Well, we got rumors coming up.
All I'm saying is every time, if you buy Envy a drink, just watch him and make sure that he actually drinks it and doesn't waste it and throw it on the floor.
Think about all
Because
that
people are
Molly
paying
you
good
wasted.
money for that. Anyway, we are going to talk about Schoolboy Q, what happened in Denver, Colorado. There was a shooting, and he was stopped and questioned for that. Also, Rick Ross, he was set to perform in Detroit, and it didn't happen. I'll tell you why it couldn't happen.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Yes, loyal. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get into the rumors. Well, it looks like Rick Ross has some problems in Detroit.
Listen up.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
So Rick Ross was supposed to perform in Detroit over the weekend, but apparently he didn't call ahead and get his pass, and therefore he's part of the no-fly zone. This is according to Trick, who allegedly is the person that stopped him, the Good Squad, while he was trying to get backstage to the show.
No, the Goon Squad.
Oh, they called it the Good Squad.
No, the Goon Squad.
Goon Squad, sorry. Now, here is some audio of them announcing that Rick Ross will not be performing.
We have Rick Ross right outside here tonight at about 11 o'clock. When he was pulling up to come into Sherry Park, he was met by 100 individuals outside. We have tried to pull every resource together and ask him to come back. He is in fear of his life. He's in fear of his life. He's not performing here tonight.
All right, Rick Ross went ahead and went on Twitter. He said, love Detroit. I was ready to kill him tonight. Heard it was a peace protest with picket signs and lock gates. Ha.
Now, let's be clear. Rick Ross absolutely did the right thing. I don't care how gangster you think you are. If you're in somebody else's territory and it's 100+ people, get out of there. That would be the smart thing to do.
Right.
But the smarter thing to do would just be give Trick a call. We was in Detroit, last Saturday?
Yes, you called Trick.
Absolutely. My guy. Just want to check in. What's up?
We're here.
That's all.
Do you need anything?
That's all.
Why would he need anything from us?
Hey.
All right, Schoolboy Q, in the meantime, was in Denver, Colorado, and there was a situation. This happened late Thursday outside of the Red Rocks Amphitheater. Apparently, somebody fired at the vehicle, the white SUV that he was riding in, and that was around 10:30 p.m. The gunman actually came out of the bushes and started firing, and then the driver of the vehicle went ahead and drove another 15 miles, and then they were stopped by local police. All 3 victims were taken to the Denver Health Medical Center. They were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Schoolboy Q was not driving, and he did say that he was straight. He is okay. He put that on Twitter, so no issues there, but they still don't know who the shooter is. He fled back into the bushes after opening fire, and they don't know how he escaped. They said he ran off in the mountainous area. We don't know how he left. We don't know if he had a car waiting for him or what.
Crazy.
All right, and let's do some good news. Northwest celebrated her birthday party already. I didn't know she was 1 already. And they had a Kidchella. It was like Coachella, but the kids' version of Coachella. And they had it in Kourtney Kardashian's backyard, her auntie. They had rides, glow sticks, hair braiding, face painting, all kinds of stuff. So
nice.
That little baby growing up fast.
I know.
Is she a fairy?
1 already? Their baby is very... Their baby's very cute, though. I'll give that to them. Like, their daughter is absolutely adorable.
On True Blood, the fairies age daily. Like, they go from 1 to 7.
I can't believe it's been a year. And Pharrell is shooting The Voice already. They actually have some pictures available online. They did a promo shoot, and Gwen Stefani and Pharrell will be replacing Usher and Shakira. So that should be pretty interesting to watch. Pharrell's having a great year.
Yes, a great life.
Great life in general. But this year has been great. All right, and that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.
If Pharrell came out with a moisturizing product right now that said anti-aging, he'd kill.
Pharrell and J-Lo. Because J-Lo also looks fantastic. All right, and that is your rumor report. We're getting ready for the People's Choice Mix.
Let's get the People's Choice Mix. You want to hear something? 800-585-1051. You got to take the water out your mouth sometime. No, you going to leave it in there? You going to leave it there? Just leave it right on the mouth. Okay. People's Choice Mix is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. You should definitely take them kids. Definitely.
That's awful.
You don't ride your kids on a hood and trunk because they wet.
And how did two people make that decision together?
Not on a Malibu.
What kind of car can you do it on, Envy?
Hey, there you go.
No cars.
But why would you say not on a Malibu?
How about
like it would be okay if it was a Ferrari.
How about turn the mics off, but then say this behind the scenes, but keep the mic on? So, okay, how about that?
You put no kids on no hood, nothing. You shouldn't jump.
Thank you. That's all you have to say.
All right.
And if you're gonna put them on the hood, at least tie them down.
No.
You can't tie them down. You're supposed to say that when the mics are off, Charlagmane. All right.
And, I would like to highlight at Crystal's Nice on Twitter. She tweeted us and said, "Don't forget, they were wet on the hood also." Shaking my head. That's what she tweeted. Okay, at Crystal's Nice. Nice observation. All right.
Goodness gracious. All right, when we come back, we'll tell you how you can hang with the Breakfast Club in Miami. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Yes, morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club.
We up in here.
You want to hang out with the Breakfast Club out in Miami? Tell them how, Yee.
All you got to do is enter for your chance to win at thebreakfastclubgiveaway.com. You can win a Breakfast Club trip with all the Miami Carnival festivities, a concert for Columbus Day weekend. We're taking you to the Miami Carnival, courtesy of Miami Broward One Carnival.
Very overrated experience hanging with those Breakfast Club characters.
Not at all. There's 3 more trips left, so you could be a winner.
That's right.
And if you don't want to hang out with us, you don't have to. It's a free trip to Miami for Carnival.
You're going to want to.
I would definitely win the trip and ditch us. That's what I would do if I was y'all.
That's not nice. Gosh, Charlagmane.
Sheesh, you're a downer.
Absolutely.
I'm just telling the truth.
Well, Envy doesn't fake drink anymore. Now he drinks for real.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive note of the day. And don't forget, Angie Martinez will be joining us tomorrow morning.
Woo!
Excited about that.
The voice.
Yes.
Angie Ma.
Angie Ma.
So we'll kick it with Angie Ma tomorrow morning. And we'll be back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. That was Fancy Iggy Azalea. When we come back, we got the positive note of the day. Don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. That was Partition Beyonce. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlagmane Tha God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now it's time for the positive note of the day.
Listen, it's Monday. You know, start of a new work week, start of a new season, because summer is officially here. I just want to tell you that if someone can't see the real value in you, it's time for a new start. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated.
Breakfast Club, bitch.